And here we are. Yep, looks like my audio is working. Hope you guys are doing good today. I was just watching the tornadoes in the world because there's lots of tornadoes in the world. And there's some down there in central Oklahoma, not us. I guess you might call that southern central Oklahoma, but just north of Pauls Valley, there was a tornado on the ground. Looks like it might have been going through lots of forests, which would be good. Hopefully, hitting no homes, but we know how that goes. They usually find all of the mobile home parks. I don't know why. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody. Crazy Turtle Talks. That is a new name for me. And Crazy Turtle Talks was here a long time ago, 40 minutes or so. So, Crazy Turtle, if you're still there, let me know. But we don't have any, just in case you're listening, vacuum multi-placer pens listed right now. And it sort of is two things. We make the pen, and then you insert a multi-placer in that pen that was designed for vacuum and has a hole running through it and all that kind of stuff. And we've got those as well. So I think Joe, our master vacuum pump user, uses a single placer. I don't know if she's expanded into the multi placers yet, but anyway, you want an electric pen, but I don't only want one for single placing. Yes, some people will like both, and luckily somebody is creating those, and we've got them. So you can get them from us if you're still here. If you're not even here, you can still get them from us. Hello, Cindy Bennett. How you doing? Joe is in the house saying hi to Lazy and Crazy Turtle, Larry and Crazy Turtle. I'm going to have to let either Tim or Carrie address your question about multi. Yep, yeah, Joe has the very first e-pen we ever produced, and Cindy is our very first member of our YouTube channel. So two celebrities here tonight, Cindy and Joe. Let's see, Pickmondu. Let's see, Larry, not getting my cedar this time. Too much going on. Yeah, I got a lot of doctor's appointments. Plus, my mom got mad about it. Ugh. Well, I'm sorry she got mad, Larry. Sometimes moms are doing lots of stuff and didn't work out this time, but that's okay. Cedar is not going away. And what cedar were you looking for and what were you using it for? Yeah.
You might want to show that. That's what the e-pen.
I don't know if Crazy Turtle's here, but leave it here because I may if Crazy Turtle is here.
I'll leave it here.
I don't know if Crazy Turtle might have come in and gone. I mean, 40 minutes is a long time to wait. But let's see. Where are we at? Good heavens. I said hi to Larry and he wasn't even here. Oh. And then he pops in, hi, Crazy Cindy Joe. Now that sounds a little bad there. It's like, hi, Crazy Cindy and Joe. Cindy, not crazy. But you were talking to Turtle. What's that, babe?
Where's the rubber things?
Right here. Let's see, right here.
How do you get that off?
Get what off?
The good.
Later, we'll get baby oil.
Okay.
Baby oil will dissolve that right off. Let's see. And Larry was just here typing. Nice. And Joe's smiling at Larry. Larry says, I was hiding. Looks like I need to stay in hiding. No way, Larry. Let your light so shine, saith the Lord. Let's see. All your ducks are scattered. I saw that. Got to get them ready to go. I'm about ready to let them go. Hey, Sandy Black. Hope things are going well over there in the UK. And there's Cindy, Larry, Joe, Larry, Sandy. Everybody's here. Awesome. Not everybody's here, but who needs to be here is here. I have been making pens all day. I'm sure you've seen some of the premieres. What? Contest. Oh, yeah. Don't forget the Turner's Challenge. Let me go get you a link. I will find the actual thing. The Turner's Challenge is up. The pens are posted. I can't tell you which one I am. Let's see. Save post, report post, hide post. I don't want to do that. I want to share. There's no share on here. Well, Let's see. How about share here? Nope, no share here. I don't know how you share. How about send? If I send the post, oh, it's got to send it to somebody. They don't make it easy to share a link, but let me share the group. This is Lady Lathe
Co-op.
Customs by Design Co-op. It's going to be in the chat. So you can click on there and go look for the pen turner challenge. And there are 4 pens listed, one of which I made. Let's see. Hey, Raccoon Eyes is here. Hello, Raccoon Eyes. Happy Saturday. It's finally not raining here in PA. Yeah, we got a little bit of rain here. And got, what do you call it? Tornadoes down south. Nothing here, thank goodness. Let's see. Cindy, not too crazy anywhere. There you go, Cindy. That's right. Not too crazy anyway. Let's see. Larry says I was getting another Bobcat pad. Oh, you're going to cut it out of the cedar. Very nice. Yeah, that'll be cool. Did you get the Bobcat pattern yet? And Larry saying hi to Raccoon Eyes. Hey, Larry. Larry, back at you. Everybody's still here. Good. I have been rolling since 7 a.m. this morning. I actually slept in till 7 a.m. Got up, turning pens, preparing pens. Finally finished about 4 o'clock with all that. Then I had to clean up the shop. And I had to round up the blanks that we're going to do tonight so we can get through more of them rather than rounding them on the screen. What's that, babe? Well, you use it, baby. I don't see Crazy Turtle yet.
I'll try and watch.
Did you post in the Facebook group that we're live?
No.
Oh, she forgot. She forgot.
I'll do it now and people know pop up. I've been busy. I don't have eyes next week, so I have to be sure everything's written up. Everything's written up.
All right, so we need to get busy making some pens. Yeah. Yeah, Tala is up first. She's the one that lives across the street almost. A couple of big softball throws and you're at her house.
I told her that you were turning. I don't know what she's doing this evening.
And I got a couple of challenges to make some trays, and I was looking around for things to use, and I ordered some, not really glitter, it's more of acrylic inserts to put on one of the trays, and this is what it looks like. They're various sizes, small to little to big kind of thing. Or it's not really big, but looks pretty cool. They're supposed to look like diamonds, but it's going to look like, when I get done with it, air bubbles or surf bubbles in the water type of thing, like bubbles are coming up. So that should look pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, Larry, we should be pretty safe here. Oh, the company changed address, and now you got to wait a little longer. I was just telling about the tornadoes down south. Yeah, her message was the very top, and I don't know if she's still here. Crazy Turtle Talks, but we can hook her up if she needs it. So if she's back, she'll hear the video or rewind it or whatever she's got to do here. Why? Oh, I'm like, why do I hear myself? That was weird. Oh, gotcha. All right, so now I got the thing on my pad. We'll get this thing going here. Let's slow that down. That's awful fast. So it's been a good day in the shop. Got 17 pens done so far. And if we can finish up another 4 or 5 or 6 tonight, that would be awesome. All right, here we go. This is a dragon pen. And this is going to be a 0.46. Joe, this is down near your range. And then I got to make some more of these because this is a fourth wing pen. And the lovely lady that introduced us into the fourth wing and challenged us to do these multi-section pens with black and blue dragons and gold scales and this cool milky white background. Her name's Caitlin Harker. And the wonderful lady. In fact, I sat next to her at the retreat. Yes, Carrie was across from me. She was not away. And she gave us some crazy neon mica powder. So we're going to be working on some crazy dragon pens and snake pens and all that fun stuff. Gary, let me know if you grab a mic. That way I don't step all over you. I can't hear you if you have anything, so let me know. All right, looks pretty good there. All right, Joe, I think we're getting down in your range here. We got to check. Who's Paula? Yay, Paula. Who's Paula? Did I miss somebody? Is Paula Crazy Turtle? If she is, my answer would be we make the vacuum pen like for you, one at a time, custom order, and we have the multi-placer tips as well. I don't know. I think Crazy Turtle's name might be Paula. I don't know. She wanted the tips. She wanted multi-placer tips with her E-pen. So she needs an E-pen and multi-placer tips, both of which we can hook her up with. These are the smallest pens I do, 0.46. All right, let's measure that now. 0.46 on the money. All right, here we go. Other side. Come on, Tim got 0.008. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna We're going to go to one of those retreats, Joe, and we're going to bring a couple of Pic Mondoos with us in case somebody wants to purchase them. And then we'll bring some e-painter pens. And then we'll bring multi-placer tips as well. I always get a little nervous when I'm down this thin, but I always forget how strong the resin is. Pretty good stuff. Hey, Casey's Diamonds. Hey, Joe, who was Paula? Was Paula Crazy Turtle? .008, Larry. That would be very small. 0.008 of an inch. Yeah, technically that is very little. I was listening to somebody do a version of Hopelessly Devoted to You. Not stuck in my head. But that girl didn't do it as good as. Oh, you said Paula above. Maybe I'm losing my brain here. Oh, yeah, you said Yay Paula. I don't know what that was. Thought maybe I missed something. Yeah, I didn't see a Paula either. Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, nobody can do it as good as Olivia. This other girl tried to. She did a very nice job. But, you know, when Olivia set the standard with that song, it's pretty hard to mess with the Queen of Greece. All right, there we go. Let's see. Here we go. I don't know why either, Joe. Yay, Paula. Paula who? Paula Abdul? Now, there's a talented lady, too. Boy, she could dance, sing. She was a little goofy in the head, but she was quite the talent, or is quite the talent. Still living. All right, this one is done being turned. Now we're going to finish her up. Tim, there's some leeway. 0.019. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. I'm probably the only person who loves Grease 2. What was wrong with Grease 2? I mean, Grease 1 set the standard, but I guess Grease 2 is good. You know, I've never actually seen Saturday Night Fever. Carrie can't believe it. I didn't watch it when it came out when I was in high school because I wasn't a dancer, wasn't in the disco season, didn't know what John Travolta was all about and that whole kind of deal. Although I did see him on Welcome Back, Kotter. Hey, Kevin. Hey, you want to refill my 2 water bottles when you get a moment? Appreciate that. You don't have to do it right this moment, just when you get a moment. I know, but I'll need a refill eventually. I know. No, I got 1. Oh, where'd that come? Oh, I'm drinking this one.
Oh, it feels warm.
Maybe I'm not. I'm not sure, Kev.
Are you drinking?
I lost track. Now I'm not drinking either one of them. Carrie's seen all the movies because when she was a teenager, she was the cool kid. Grease, Grease 2, Saturday Night Fever.
What was it, about 1975? Movie?
Grease, yeah, 75, 77, 76. I don't remember. I know they did some of the songs on stage in high school, so at some point it was out when I was in high school. 78. There you go, says Kevin. Yeah, John Travolta was quite the dew of hair. That's all I remember about him. Of course, he's bald now or shaved his head or whatever he does, but what's that, Kev? Pulling off my luck, says Kevin. But yeah, John Travolta was quite the actor, the singer, the whatever he did. He's a pilot. He's an accomplished fellow. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John is not with us any longer. Yeah, I think she died of some disease, if I don't remember. Can't recall off the top of my head, but Kevin will look it up here and tell us. Breast cancer. There you go. That's not good. And I was also watching a video, 4-year-old video of Dolly Parton singing with Barry Gibb. I mean, gosh, talk about 2 tremendously prolific industry people. I mean, Dolly Parton's written thousands of songs, and Barry Morris and Robin Gibb, the Bee Gees, man, they were prolific songwriters. They wrote Islands in the Stream, which Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton made super famous. Yeah, Morris died a long time ago. Joe beat you to it. She did the breast cancer thing before you did. It's just a joke, Kev. It's only a competition when Kevin wins.
Competition 2:30 tomorrow. Game 7.
Yeah. Okay, let's get some white goop on here.
Conference finals start 2 days later.
Yes, sir. Someone's going to win tomorrow night and go on, or tomorrow afternoon and win. So it'll be over before we go live, huh? Unless it goes overtime. All right, here we go. 0.46 grip. Ooh, that's small. It looks fabulous. Look at those dragons. Blue on top, black on the bottom. Very cool. That's right. No competition. No I said, Joe got it first, and Kevin goes, it's not a competition. But he was trying to get it first, I promise you. Okay, this one here, baseball bat, 0.46, artist choice. Let's see, am I missing any chat here? Grease was good. Both of my daughters watched it multiple times throughout the years. Absolutely. No competition. Love my Kevin. In fact, Dolly Parton gave Elvis I Will Always Love You, and the Colonel turned it down. Really? Dottie wrote that far back? Wow. I didn't know that. I mean, I know that Whitney Houston made it big, but I didn't know. I mean, to give it to Elvis, it'd have to be before 70. What did he die? 76, 77? When did he die? He died when I was in high school. I remember that. Because I'm
1977.
77. Yeah, because I'm an Elvis fan for sure.
Never else like that.
Oh, there will be. What's that one he sang with Celine Dion there? That's my favorite one he did. In the Ghetto is good.
If I Can Dream.
If I Can Dream. That's one of my favorite Elvis songs. More of a gospel song than anything else. She wrote it in 73. Man, that Dolly is something else. She is amazing. I mean, she's mostly plastic and stitches, but she is amazing. Okay, there goes the blower. 0.46 baseball bat. Here we go. And we'll figure out what to do with the middle. Suspicious Minds is good. In the Ghetto. I mean, Blue Hawaii, any song on that album or movie. Elvis was just, whatever he did was just phenomenal. He's just one of those, like a talent like Michael Jackson or Whitney Houston or, just talent coming from every pore.
Big talent. Caitlin Clark got triple doubles.
Ah, that's very good.
20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. They beat the Chicago Sky 93-58.
All right. Hey, Larry, you know how to get the 0.46 on a pen? You just keep digging. We're doing right now. By the way, Kevin is tearing up Spider-Man as a diamond painter. My goodness. '73, she wrote, I Will Always Love You, and we didn't hear the hit till when? The 90s? Wow. I guess she was waiting for the right voice to come along. That's not really an Elvis song, though, as much as I'd love to heard him do it. That's sort of it's not a ballady kind of song. It's sort of just an anthem, just big, loud, proud, and dramatic. Of course, he did Glory, Glory, Hallelujah, and all that good stuff. Battle Hymn of the Republic. I got XM radio years ago before it was combined. I have not had it for years. But when I first found out, they had Channel 17, the Elvis channel. I didn't need XM radio. I just needed the Elvis channel. 0.46. Here we go. Frank Sinatra, another incredible talent. Barbara Streisand. Oh my goodness. I think she's a mean lady, but boy, her talent is just phenomenal. She truly could sing the phone book, and I would buy it. '73, I was still just a kid looking for trouble. I think we're just about down there. And there was a big hunk of glitter right there. Feel it. We should be down around 0.46. Yeah, we are there. I got Pandora free on my phone. Yes, you can. Yep, absolutely. My firstborn's birthday is 7/7/77. That's awesome, Joe. July 7th, 1977. I joined the Navy July 9th, 1979. 79/79. I wasn't even in junior high yet in 73. Yeah, Kevin wasn't even alive in 73. Better not have been, or I'd have been in trouble. Kevin thinks that's funny. Well, considering you were third, I would have had to start having kids when I was 6. All right, let's see the gorgeousness of this here. We got the finger holds in place. There's a whole lot of stuff going on right in here. Some clarity, some glitter. There's a gold leaf right there. Chunk of gold over there. Chunk of gold right there. Oh, that's that thing I felt right there. Have to sand that out. This could be very pretty. Most likely will be. Yes, Kevin was born in 89. Let's see. Got to make some more lines on here, Timmy. Let's do a 5/8. 5/8. That doesn't even look even. What am I doing? That looks so different. Those two measurements. Wow. All right, maybe if I trim this measurement up a little bit over here. That looks better. All right, let's get us a little knife here. Hey, Will, Kevin is younger than you. Nice. It's very nice. All right, now, let's make a window to the world. Heck, Joe or Cindy, I might be younger than you, I think. I'm a young feller. I'm only 64. And I'm just getting started, folks. Watch out. Yeah. Seasoned with wonderfulness. Right, Joe? That's what you are at this age. We are seasoned by wonderfulness. Made enough mistakes that it just doesn't matter anymore. We've made a bunch. Haven't made them all yet, but we made a bunch. I make less and less because, I hate to repeat. My 40s, my 30s were just busy raising kids, late 20s, early 30s. So I don't even hardly remember them. I was just working my brains out, feeding the family, paying the rent, the mortgage, all that stuff you got to do. And then when I got into my 40s, the kids were starting to be independent and doing their own thing and doing the high school thing and, typical life, cycle of life. And then I got into my 50s. 40s were good. 40s were awesome. And then got into my 50s and finished those out, and they were freaking delicious. I loved my 50s. They were fun. Nothing like an empty nester with too much money to get in trouble, I'll tell you. In the 60s, getting to be almost halfway through them now, and I'm just telling you, I'm just having a freaking ball. Thank you, ma'am, Joe. Yeah, this pen it's going to be a pretty one when we're all done. All right, we got it nice and worked in smooth. Now we'll apply the finishing touches. Of course, this is the time of the life where I hit Facebook, and every other week or every couple of weeks, one of my high school classmates is dying, or a guy I served on submarines with, 40 years ago, they're dying. It's a bummer. I mean, that's a cycle of life. Our dear Cindy lost her husband, who was a talented cabinet maker, and filling up that time away from him with diamond painting, which is, not a good trade, but not a bad trade. I'm sure she'd much rather have him hanging around with her, because I bet you they had a good time. Memories and memories. I think Barbara Streisand told us all about them memories. Didn't she sing Memories? I can't even keep track now. So we have right here that little piece of gold foil that was flipped up, just like plastic, resin, and stuff like that. The resin does not stick to the foil because it's not really gold. Not really gold. But I think this one's going to need, let me see what we can do here. Yeah, that one's just really going to need a touch of CA glue. Let me get a paper towel, get it wet. We'll just get all the dust off of there as we prepare it for some glue. And what the CA glue does is CA glue definitely sticks to the plastic or the foil or whatever's in there. And we don't need a lot, but I don't want you to feel that hole as you're diamond painting. And it's not much of a hole, but it's enough where you'll feel it. And we will take a little bit of this right here. We'll put a little dab will do you here. Just enough to stand proud of the hole. And it is very nicely. And then we will activate it so that it cures quickly. I'm going to turn it on its side, get it to go in that direction a little bit. Yep, it's going to look nice. And we'll activate it now. And while we're sitting here, we'll just look at the comments here for a second. Let's see. Everyone here is younger than her, not me. Joe, to her by 4 years. So Cindy must be 68. Joe is a wonderful 67. So Cindy, you may have won this one. Let's see. Have me. Joe's got her 50th high school reunion in September. I've lost a bunch of classmates already. Yes. Yeah, we lost quite a few. And what's funny is there's a few that were just fantastic, but you get some kind of disease in life and it doesn't treat you well and takes you out, if you will. Had some wonderful friends. People that you would think live forever, but you don't know. It's the way it works. Let's see, we're still looking at this tornado here. It's over by the river, I guess. I'm not sure what they're looking at on TV. Wonder if that's still live or if that's repeated or something. Nope, still live. Started 37 minutes ago? I don't think so. We've been on longer than that. Get back in there. Trying to make sure we're not getting any up. Yeah, I think they're out. Yeah, all the weather's gone. Okay. All right, hard as a rock. The reason I don't have to wait very long is it's so thin that we can just sand it right down. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit here. Yeah, it's sort of funny about high school reunions. I'm sure many of you have been to them. My 10th high school reunion, I didn't go to my 5th, but my 10th high school reunion, it was still very cliquish. Like that's sort of what people gravitated towards because they hadn't seen each other for a few years and they just gravitated toward these were the people I hung out with, kind of deal. And that was fine. Just good to see their faces. Nobody really changed at that point. And then you get to the 20th, and life has equalized everybody out a little bit. Cliques don't mean much anymore. People are just living. Some are married. Some got grandkids. Some might have a high school graduation they're attending for their kids. And then I think I went to my 30th. Yeah, and my 30th, life got everybody, man. Everybody's just glad to see each other. They're all friends. Cliques are gone. Got grandkids popping all around. Kids, getting married, all that kind of stuff. And some of them not with us any longer. And everybody's bemoaning that a little bit. Pretty typical life stuff. And of course, my high school class thinks they're the only ones that ever stayed in touch. I'm like, I think most high school classes are probably just like ours. Yes, ma'am, Joe. That's why we watch. Just in case. Okay. Let me go. I got to go. I skipped the paper. Got to get back to the right paper here. There we go. That'll have a nice, perfectly smooth end. Wouldn't even be able to tell that. Me too, Joe. We had just had Kevin, and we were heading across the country. So we stopped in Wheeling, West Virginia for a high school reunion for the 10th. Hello, Audrey. How we doing? Audrey, how's the gang in Bentonville doing? Mr. Daniels, he's still holding in there? Still being nice to you? There we go. Oh, yeah, the middle's going to look way cool. Yeah, let's go check that on the scope. Oh, yeah. That looks pretty nifty. You are fabulous. That is excellent. I know Daniel's great. I knew that. I just had to check, make sure. In case he got ornery or something, you know. We don't want none of that happening now. Let's see. Let's go to the leopard scope. There we go. Let's get it around here. Aim down. So that was that little piece of foil right there that had a had the resin come off it because it doesn't stick very well. And now it's just perfectly smooth. Here's the center. That's the part that looked pretty cool. You can see all the way through it. Very gorgeous. Got that gold flake floating around in there. I don't know why that lighting changes so much. It's weird. A little bit of that milky white in there, a little crystal white. Very pretty blank. Call them maroon, purple, black, white, gold leaf, and glitter floating through there. Very nice. All right, talas are done until we do the final buffing. All right, let's see who's up next. Well, I know who's next because I prepared it. Now I remember. It's Jess. Miss Jess. And she's got about, 5 of them in here. Don't know if we'll get all 5 done tonight, but we're going to put a good dent in it. I'm going to pick this one first because this has got a way cool pattern in it. Let me see how she wants these done. If it's artist's choice, it's easy. I already rounded them up. She doesn't like Morse code. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so this one here, this is a green, yellow, blue with the mesh. This one here is albacore herringbone, 5 1/4, 0.54, and an artist choice. All right, that's cool. So check out the pattern on this pen. This is pretty cool. Let me change the camera over. Yeah, Miss Jess got 5. And this is going to be baseball bat 0.54 artist choice. And she doesn't want Morse code. Very good. So then we got the clear runnings. Which one was I drinking? Oh, it's this one here. No water. Yum, yum. All right, let's get this baby spinning. Yeah, I like that pattern. A herringbone pattern, sort of. I think ideally it is. All right, let's get the blower on. Baseball bat 0.54. Then we'll figure out the rest. All right, let's see how far down we're getting here. 0.59. We're almost there. Point 0.55. A couple of molecules more, and this will be good. Here we go. Make us a baseball bat now. So I'm definitely heading to South Carolina this week. That'll be a fun trip. Going down to the BMW manufacturing plant in Greenville. .58, almost there. And we're going to go live for a grand opening of the Vision Checkout. And this is a checkout system where all you have to do is put your food down in front of it and it recognizes it. And then it brings you up. The whole idea is that this cafeteria at BMW, they run about 3,000 people through there at lunchtime. And cashiers obviously are physical and they take too long. So a number of associates that are building cars are standing in line, chewing up their lunchtime while they could be sitting down enjoying their meal and have more time for relaxation. Hey, Christina C. How you doing tonight? Yeah, I do fat finger all the time, Joe. I'm used to that completely. Christina turned a bunch of your pens today. And before Carrie got up, I did part one. Then I went and had my podcast. And then came back and did part two. So there's some videos for you to watch if you've not watched them already. But I was looking at the two things you asked for. One was the rounded point, or not the rounded pointy, the baseball bat extended with that 7/8 inch. And then you asked for that sort of extended, what do we call that thing, Joe? The bumblebee, not the bumblebee, the bee stinger. And essentially, once I finish those up with the thickness of your pen, they resemble each other a lot. You'll see there's just a little tiny finite differences between the two, but they came out gorgeous. You'll love them. How do I retain most of this pattern? Let's do let's see. She's got an interceptor coming up on another blank. Yeah, and she's got artist choice everywhere else. And there's the blanks I have to work with, and we're going to have some fun. But let's do, if I could isolate one of those bricks, that would be cool, but they're all at an angle. Let's find out where the middle is first. Nice, Christina. Enjoy. So 5, not quite 5 1/4. There's the center of that. I could go with mustache because that would retain a lot of that pattern, but I got plenty of pattern. I don't want to do that one right away. Let's see. Vases might look cool with the pattern, but hate to take too much away from that. I mean, do you buy this pen for the pattern, or do you buy it because it has a pattern, but it's got all that mother of pearl kind of stuff in it? You know, it might look cool. What's that one we named after that lady, Joe, that's got the 2 Cheerios on the end? We'll go out 3/4. Carrie would remember the name of it. How about I can't see this part of that thing, but the heart's in front of it. How about a WI something? Yeah, I really like the pattern of this herringbone. My Shell Delight. That's the one. My Shell Delight. Man, Christina, you got it down. How about a window? Yeah, I sort of just did a window on the other one. Although, I think I really like My Shell Delight on there because that scoop in the middle will make the pattern look really cool. My Shell Delight. Here we go. No turning back now. So I watched this guy on YouTube, and his name is Peter Santinello. And Peter just does these vlogs where he goes around and visits places and talks to the local people. Really cool format. Really enjoyed a lot. And he was visiting Ocracoke Island in North Carolina today. Of course, he was probably there a few weeks ago. It's just been edited now so we can all see it. But I really never understood the Outer Banks and what the Outer Banks were all about. So I Googled where this place was, and it's in North Carolina, of course, the Outer Banks. But it is amazing. It's just like this big ring of islands that encompasses this bay. I never knew that. I thought the Outer Banks were just a bunch of islands out there somewhere, but I get why it's called the Outer Banks now. It's absolutely gorgeous. You could almost think you're on Mars. It's just so far from everything. You have to get there by a ferry. No chain restaurants there, of course. It's too hard to service out there and not enough people. But man, what a beautiful area. It was cool. Skews. Maybe if it were pastel. I really love that in that solid pastel city. Yeah. No, you didn't fail, Joe. This is almost a bow tie when we do this this thing here with the center portion. I did one this morning on somebody's pens. I'm going, oh man, I really like that turn. Let me slow the lathe down quite a bit. Likes to chatter out here in the middle. All right, that looks like a twisty tie if I've ever seen it. Love it. A skew is a turning tool, yes. And sometimes, Larry, we'll put little skew lines in there as a design element. We really need a good pastel blowers off now. We really need a good pastel blank to show that one off because it looks really cool. But yeah, it could have been done on this one for sure. Yeah, so we call it a skew, Larry, but we certainly use a skewing tool. So we just gave it, the turning a name. We did one for Shay, and it was a 2-bumper, and on one bump we put 3 lines, on the other bump we put 2 lines. In fact, I have the skewing tool to use to make the skews. Works like a champ. Feeling good. One of my friends from high school that was a year behind me, her daughter has now graduated from medical school and is going to be a doctor. And years ago, I think we all be impressed with that, and we are now. But I'm just thinking, wow, what a world they're getting into with the insurance companies and all that kind of stuff. Goodness knows we need plenty of good doctors because when you get sick or broken, you need to get fixed. Yes, and you got them on your spit pen. Yep. All right, we're looking good here. Now we're going to reduce ourselves to the lower sandpapers, or the higher sandpapers, I should say. Larry, I only use the sanding sponges to get into these tight holes like this here because I can't push a piece of paper in there hard enough to do that initial finish to really get it smoothed up and getting ready for the rest. So that's why I use those sponges. But yeah, they would help. But generally, when the pen is smooth and flowing, I won't use a a sanding sponge because I could use my fingers and the sandpaper. But yeah, you definitely could use them. And it wouldn't hurt, that's for sure. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting some of those crochet hook kits from Penn State because I know a lot of crocheters, but I need a customer first who's going to buy them. Then I'll go get them because I don't want to get them and then somebody go, "Why are you turning crochet hooks? Shouldn't you be turning my pens?" And I would say, "Yeah, you're right. Why am I doing crochet hooks?" Yeah, very nice, Larry. Love to see him. Yeah, I wish, when I quit my day job and actually fully retire, I'll be doing this stuff here and I'll be doing all kind of stuff because I'll get caught up on pens because I'll do 18 pens a day in just a normal 8 or 9 hour work day. And then in the evenings, I'll be doing hypnotherapy because that's when people are available. And on the weekends, I might just turn stuff like ice cream scoops and pizza cutters and crochet hooks and ink pens and all that fun stuff. Ah, feeling good, feeling good. Yep, Joe crochets, absolutely. The most far off the beaten path I went, besides diamond painting pens and ink pens, was when Caroline wanted ice cream scoops and measuring cups and tablespoons and uh, I don't think I did a pizza cutter for her, but she did a whole bunch of that stuff, and that was very new to me. Very fun to do all that stuff, and we'll get back into that again one day. Just not right at the minute while I'm behind 200 pens. Got to keep trudging forward. And today was a good day, so I got 17 done before, and we have done 3, or this will be the third one. There, it'll be 20 for the day. And I go so much faster when I'm by myself and quiet because I'm not talking, not yakking, not visiting the microscope, and I'm just all about production and cranking them out to get them to people. They're waiting for them. Bought these gorgeous blanks and can't wait to see their pens. I was talking with Stacy Travis and Vicki Peterson of Lady Lathe Custom Designs, and they're the same way. We talk often, a lot. We're in that pen turner challenge together and all that good stuff. But by the way, that's over in the Lady Lathe Customs group. So make sure you go visit there and vote for my pen if you can figure out which one it is. Or vote for the one you like. I don't care about winning. No big deal. I'm just having fun collaborating with them and making friends and all that kind of good stuff. Because they are 3 talented ladies that are participating besides myself. By the way, I am not a talented lady, just so we're clear. Make no mistake. Cool, Larry. We'll check it out. Yeah, Larry does more of the wood turning. I do a little bit of wood, but mostly resin and hybrid and cactus and glitter and all that good stuff. So the rest of our night, after we finish this up tonight, I'll go in there and probably watch 1 or 2 episodes of Handmaid's Tale season 2, so I can slowly get caught up. Which one was that, Christina? Did I miss something there? I'm not sure what we're talking about now, Christina, but you must have been watching your videos. Yeah, this came out really cool. That looks nifty. I love the mother of pearl with the black. What a great contrast. Beautiful. Oh, for the Pen Turner Challenge. Oh, you voted already? You figure which one was mine? Can't hide it too well, can I? I did like the pattern, I'll tell you that. I did like that. But all 4 of those pens are gorgeous. I'm happy to be participating with the ladies. They're a fun group. A fun group. Super friendly competition. That's what I love. Okay, here we go. We're going to do, let's see, what am I doing with this one? This one is, okay, I'm done with that one. And this is the, oh, I think this is the 4,000 subs. Yes. So this is going to be, this is Kimba Crafts, her YouTube channel. We did a pen for her. That was the 4,000 subs pen. This is going to be pointy baseball bat and a .54. I need to trim this down a bit because she has a pretty thin pen. All right, there we go. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Use 1x1 inch blanks. Absolutely, Larry. Absolutely. 5.5, 6 inches long. Yeah, that's pretty standard. That's one of the things that the diamond painting community sort of picked up on for size and stuff is it's really come out of the pen community, the ink pen community. The molds, the blanks, the color, the swirling. They've been doing this to ink pens for 15 years before diamond painting even came along. Let's get a, what am I doing here again? Pointy baseball bat. There we go. Leveling a 10 by 16 foot area in the backyard for a new pool. Nice. That'll be fun. Kids love pools. Guard it well. All right, this one's going to be a 0.54. We're not quite there yet. Yeah, Christina, you like the smooth ones, so you have to, that one I just did, the My Shell Delight. It's got a couple of Cheerios on it, but the middle is super smooth. You would have to figure out where to land that super smooth part on your hand, that's all. How far up the blank does it need to be, kind of thing. Okay, we're down to a 0.56, almost there. Kids are growing. Looks like the pool is shrinking. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of work, Sheriff. A lot of work. Here's the question of the day for me. The topic is competitive eaters. How do those people, by the way, a couple of them look like bodyguards, muscular, even a girl I watch, Katina, loves kilos or eats kilos or something. How do they consume that food and not gain much weight? Because, man, when they eat food, they're eating 6,000-7,000 calories. Now, I'm sure they work out a lot and all that kind of stuff, but gee, number one, how do you get that much in there? And two, what is your body going through digesting that much food over the next 6 hours, right? So much food. Perfect. Perfection. It's like Joey, the guy that eats all those hot dogs on Coney Island. Man alive. I don't know how they do it. Okay, what's going to be in here? This is going to be the Interceptor. Yeah, I don't know how they get it in there because, it's a lot of, and they get it in there fast. I think the key to the competitive eating part is eat fast before your brain knows that you're full. Forgot to mark the other lines here. Let's go out. Let's look at 5/8 here. We could probably go a full 3/4. There we go. Slow this down a little bit. You know, I thought that, but I've looked it up on YouTube, and there's really like no guide that says here's how you become a competitive eater. Because the amount of food I saw this little girl put in, her name was Katina Eats Kilos. And I'm telling you, I'm just like, why doesn't she just explode? Hey, Joe, have you ever heard of Kendall's Restaurant here in Oklahoma City? Actually, it's in Noble, which is just south of Norman, I think. But they got this chicken fried steak challenge that I would love to do, but I don't want to pay for it. That means I'd have to be successful in the challenge. I don't know if I could put that much food in my body. I mean, do they go purge afterwards or something? Go out to the parking lot and let it loose? And this one guy I watched from the UK called Beard Meats Food, and he goes all over the US as well as all over Europe. But he asked for dessert after he's all done. You got any dessert? I'm like, jeez. You just ate 8 pounds of food. How much more room could you have? Yeah, chicken fried steak. Oh my goodness. And I hear their cinnamon rolls are the bomb. But I would have to eat the cinnamon rolls, the salad, the mashed potatoes, the green beans, and all that stuff first. Let the chicken fried steak cool. I mean, nowadays I eat a sandwich and I'm full. Yeah, I don't know, Joe. I mean, how do they do it? And they put up all these things on YouTube, like they day after day they're doing this. I don't know how they do it. But the chicken fried steak, check out Kendall's on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Man alive, it looks fabulous. Smothered in that gravy. Woo, dog. But I would eat everything else first and let that chicken fried steak cool down as I'm eating everything else, just to not be so hot. Because, man, you could grab a chicken fried steak and it's hot for a while, smothered in that gravy. Larry used to eat 2 brown bag specials from Sonic and get home something and want more. Oh, my goodness. I don't know, Larry. I mean, does that hurt your stomach, expanding it like that? I Googled. I even did the old Google AI. I'm like, hey, tell me about this competitive eating thing. Didn't get any answers, really. Anyway, I just want to go do. No other challenge interests me except that one. I think if I can get through the salad, the 2 cinnamon rolls, the mashed potatoes, and the green beans, that I think I got a fighting chance to. And they got 3 chicken fried steaks covered with gravy. Oh my goodness. That almost makes me nauseous just thinking about it, Joe. Christina, what do you think? You ever got any information on that competitive eating there? Because I don't want to go into the competitive eating business, but I do want to eat that one and win. I don't want to get a quitter's box. You'd have to have that crybaby burger. Is that at Kendall's? I didn't know they had anything else, but I'm sure they have plenty more than just chicken fried steak, but it's famous. Yeah, I've seen that too, Larry, those giant steak challenges. But the problem with the steak challenge is I think your jaws would get tired of chewing. Oh my goodness. There's even down in, I think, Florida, there's just like, or maybe California, can't remember where it was, but it's a 13 bagel challenge. Costs you $50 to do the challenge. And if you complete it, you got to eat these bagels in like 30 minutes or an hour, some silly thing. But the chewing of bagels would wear me out. To do 13 of those with a giant bunch of schmear, my goodness. Eating that chicken fried steak does not make me sick. Ooh, it tastes delicious. But if you don't finish it and you're there officially trying for it, you get to pay for it. You don't get a t-shirt. They give you a quitter's box to take home with you, which is all the stuff you didn't eat. And you get your name on a quitter's wall. And they put your face on Facebook. He's a quitter. Yeah, Audrey, me too. But man, that's the only one I want to do. There's hundreds of them all around the country, but that's the one. The steak challenge, I'd get tired of chewing. The bagel challenge, tired of chewing. Now, if there were a donut challenge, the thing that would make me sick of that is the amount of sugar. Oh my goodness. You know, Audrey, Casey has those little Rice Krispie peanut butter things with the chocolate on them. Oh my goodness. When I'm standing in the store, I'm thinking I need to buy that big tub because everybody's going to eat them at home. But after a few, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Too sweet. Tastes delicious, though. Tastes delicious. Peanut butter Rice Krispies trip with a little strip of chocolate on top. Yum, yum. My daughter used to bring back a Sonic cheeseburger with mayo and jalapenos when she got off work. So good, not so good anymore as it used to be. Yeah. I think Sonic's overall got a pretty good burger, but they're not Sonic anymore. They're bought by, can't remember the name of the corporation that bought them, but it's a big chain with 3 or 4 other brands in it and stuff. There we go. Pointy baseball bat interceptor. This is the 4,000 sub blank for Kimba's Crafts on YouTube. Okay, we got time for one more for sure. Okay, this one here has metal mesh in it. Okay, that one is done. Where's the metal mesh directions? Rapture resin gemstone. We'll get to that tomorrow. Kimba's Crafts. That's done. And we got, let's see. Imagination Woods blank with the mesh. This is Imagination Woods. 5 1/4 baseball bat. Artist choice. Okay. Wow. I remember when Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, depending upon what it is in your state, had this jalapeno burger, and I ordered it. It was too much jalapenos. Oh my goodness. I was drinking everybody's soda at the table, trying to extinguish the heat from that sucker. All right, what do we got here? Baseball bat, 0.56. No Morse code. Okay, baseball bat. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Flip that over. Amber mesh. Baseball bat, 0.54. Oh, they still have it at Carl's Jr.? Haven't been there in years. And that was back when we lived in Utah. We left there in 2007. Hey, Crafting and Crime Daily. I don't know you're here unless you pipe in, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you, thank you. Remember, I'm usually looking at the pens, not the chat. I'll glance over the chat every once in a while just to keep myself abreast of the times. How's it going today, Rebecca? Been chatting. I've been in here all day, slaving away at the lathe. You've been chatting? Oh, yeah, you're way up there. Just finished up the ballpark and now getting ready for my live. Nice. Oh, you were up there when Sarah came in. Hi, all. Sorry, Rebecca, I missed you. I need a bigger chat window so I don't miss anybody. But we're glad you're here. All right, let's measure this. I didn't measure it yet. See where we're at. 0.54 on the money. Love it. And this mesh is a metal mesh, like screen or silver plastic. I'm not sure. But it sure makes a lot of noise when I'm turning it, like it's very hard. The Menendez brothers were resentenced and are now awaiting parole board decisions. Well, that's interesting. Let me get back up here in the chat. Let's see. Tim, when you look at the crochet hooks I made, that's natural colors of wood. Nice. Been chat. Yeah, I'm just not paying attention. Let's see. What's the latest on the Menendez brothers? Yeah, that's cool. Should be interesting what happens. Yeah, I mean, who knows? They're not changed. They're just playing. I mean, I'd get out too. What more can they do? You bet, Larry. Have a good day. How is, oh, hey, Gene Glaze, how you doing? How is the barbecue in Oklahoma? You know what? Um, Everybody talks about how great their barbecue is, and I've been to a number of places that say they're great, and they were okay. And barbecue is sort of like pizza. There's no such thing as bad pizza. There's just pizza that's better than others. It's the same thing with barbecue. But there is one place here called Clark Crew Barbecue that I think is probably the best around. I've not been to all of them, so I could be wrong. But Clark Crew Barbecue, and man, are they good. Big award winners, and they got all the food there is just fabulous. Carrie and I just went there, took her there for Mother's Day, before Mother's Day, because we'd be live on Mother's Day. And when I say, hey, you want to go to Clark Crew, she never says no. So yeah, there's probably lots of good barbecue down here. I just don't know all the places. And when I get my barbecue, the kind of barbecue sauce I like is the sweet barbecue sauce. Hickory flavored, sweet, ketchupy, you know, that kind of thing. I like that kind of. I love it when it has molasses in it. Oh my goodness, that's so rich. And Jean, everybody, it's Rebecca's sister. So welcome to the stream, Jean. Hope you're doing well. Let me do a measurement here, make sure we're down to where we need to be. 0.54, 0.56 or 7. Let's trim a few molecules off this end here. I am glad you're doing good. Yep, Joe, you'd love that Kansas City then. I've had some, they got some pretty spicy stuff at Clark Crew. No complaints there. I tasted it. Carrie doesn't like it, but I don't mind it. But sweet is usually the one I like. Let's see. Which one in Audrey Tim should be Blue Hog Smoky Mountain Barbecue Sauce? Is that at the store? Sounds good. Brown sugar and cinnamon, molasses. Oh, yeah. Nice. Time for a hit that like button. Heck yeah, Joe. Okay, what are we going to do here? It's got this wire mesh. I don't know. I think it might be plastic wire, shiny plastic wire. I think I'm going to do a single pane window on this one just because I want to open the middle of that sucker up and see what's in there. It's got a lot of clarity to it, and I like that. Rebecca, when are you going live? 8 o'clock or something, or you already finished up? Rebecca has been covering the Karen Reed retrial, and from watching her coverage, I would say that the police departments in that part of town are the most incompetent police officers in the country, or were. I hope they've had a lot of training by now because, man alive, talk about screwing up a crime scene. Whew. By the way, get over to Crafting at Crime Daily and you can hear her rundown of the crime world there. Does some crime coverage, some crafting, some gaming. She is a well-rounded individual, just covers it all. And she works at the ballpark in Wichita. which is probably the funnest part of our whole week. But I sort of get this. She's sort of man-spotting over there. You never know who you're going to meet. Why you get out in the world. We had a good podcast this morning, Rebecca. Check it out. Good topics. It was a continuation of the previous week, and I think you'll enjoy it like all the others. Rebecca is also using the hot pink white glitter tray that we created for her when she's building Legos and other fun things. I'm sorry, not Legos, building block sets. Which, quite frankly, Rebecca, are a bit more interesting than regular Legos. Those things are quite detailed with lots of little pieces and parts to them. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to check that out. Blue Hogs, Smoky Mountain. Did we have that at our Walmart? We were there. The name sounds familiar. Favorite hook is a 5.0. I know. I heard about that, Gene. Got the rundown. Sorry, drooling. I mean, when a good steak's placed in front of you, what can you do but drool, right? Hey, Rebecca, I'm up to episode 4 now of season 2 of The Handmaid's Tale. The logical real world part of me wants to poo-poo the whole thing, but the story is pretty good. It's sort of funny is she's in that Boston Globe building hanging out for a few months. And the funniest thing is that it's like there's electricity, but it seems like she has no electricity the whole time. Yeah, you know what, Audrey? We buy that Raoul's spaghetti sauce or Alfredo sauce. And when Carrie bought it, it was like, I don't know, $6 or $7 a bottle. I'm the Prego guy, $1.39 for a bottle of pasta sauce and throw it on some pasta and I'm pretty happy. But man, I'm telling you, that Raoul's is just, I can't say it's worth it, but man, it is a whole lot better than Ragu or Prego or that kind of stuff, which, I grew up on and love. I ain't poo-pooing them. But my goodness, that stuff is good. Raoul's vodka sauce, Raoul's marinara, the white sauce, Alfredo. Blue Hogs. Blue Hogs. Joe? Blue Hogs. Hey, Joe, have you created the Tower Burger yet or recreated it? Telling you, when you do that and you give that to your hubby, he's going to send me a thank you card. Yeah, Gene, I'm with you. It is pricey, but it is so good. It really reminds me of going to New York and hitting an Italian place and getting the marinara and just going, wow, this is like fresh out of the garden. All right, it's looking good. Larry, I thought you left. You're still here. Awesome. Yeah, it's good stuff. You thought about getting crochet hooks and turning handles for them. Do it, Larry. Do it. You know me. I say do it. Ah, very nice. Telling you, one of seriously the best burgers I have had for many years. Because I'm a pull into Sonic or Whataburger and I get the lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mayo, cheese, and I'm pretty good to go. But every once in a while, there's something on a menu that looks like, ooh, got to try that. And I did, and oh man, it was good. Slow cooker cowboy casserole. What is in that? What is in that, Joe? Slow cooker cowboy casserole. Sounds good. Now, what is it? I guess you put all the junk in there with some water, come back in 6 hours, and you got dinner, right? Love it. And when I say junk, I'm commonly referring to as food. Good food. Beef, beans, taters, something seasonings, and fire roasted tomatoes. Beef, beans, taters. Heck, that sounds like a pretty good casserole. Very hearty. Sounds like something you'd cook around the campfire. But then you'd have to rename it Campfire Cowboy Casserole. Get your Dutch oven out and go for it, right? Fresh grated cheddar cheese at the end. Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with cheddar cheese on stuff, right? Mm, mm, mm. All right, let's see what this one looks like here. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a under the microscope one. Oh, my goodness. That just blew me away. Wow. Wow. That is too cool. I think that's really a metal mesh in there. We're going to check this out over here in the microscope. Comfort food for sure, Joe. Absolutely. All right. Hang on to your seats, everybody. Check this out. There's the middle. That is the most three-dimensional gorgeousness I've ever seen. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I love that screen in there. And more importantly, I love how you can see the screen as we twirl it. Wow, that is one cool blank. And see all those little shiny silver parts sticking out there where the mesh is? That's that little pieces. Let me go find some right here. You can see the edge of that screen. You can't feel it, but you can see the little shiny edges. Man, that is gorgeous. I love it. I love that one. That is too cool. That is too cool for school. All right, let's get focused back on the diaper here. Yeah, that's a pretty cool blank. That's truly less is more. Just the right amount of color. Hey, Marion, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Joe, that is amazing. Christine is like, gorgeous. It is. It's just amazing. Yep, Carrie said, oh, here's Marion. Hey, Timmy, Carrie, we're finally on our way home. At the moment, we're in Sweetwater, Texas. Fabulous. Marion, better start heading out again. Got to meet you in Great Lakes here, right? Yeah. Does anyone know how to set up a printer for an iPad wireless? Google it, Larry. It'll probably tell you that you have to have a printer that is on the network, on the same Wi-Fi that you're on, and then it'll find it automatically if it's one of those printers that's made for that kind of thing. Just doing it overnight. Ah, very nice. Drop it in, refill in the fridge, and heading on out. Yeah. All recipes. Still a nice place to stay for the night. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, Sweetwater is a nice town. Name this one Seaweed. Yeah, it does look pretty cool. Gene uses something all the time. Oh, all recipes, probably. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Anyway, everybody, it's been a wonderful 2 hours with you. I want you to have a good evening. I'll be back again tomorrow night. I don't think there's going to be tornadoes tomorrow, so we should be here just fine. Watch for the premieres during the day because my goal again tomorrow, let's see, I did 17 and 4, did 21 pens today. I plan to do 21 again tomorrow. Although I might get slowed down a little bit because I've got 6 or 7 ink pens to do, and they take a little bit extra time, different steps to go through, drilling and gluing and all that different kind of stuff. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Mine's an HP Office Inkjet. You bet, Larry. Yeah, I think as long as it's on the same Wi-Fi, you're good to go. And Marion, after all Carl's appointments, we'll be heading to the Great Lake Retreat. Great. Hope he's doing well and getting healthier and healthier all the time. 5 ink pens, Carrie corrects me. I forget how many it was. Yep, nonstop, Gene. When I'm done with my day job during the week and the hypnotherapy, I'm in here just pounding out the pens. I don't know, 200 pens behind now, 220 pens behind now. So got my work cut out for me. And there'll be more pens dropping and more people sending them in. And so, we're just here to take care of everybody. You guys have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow. Watch for the premieres during the day. See you later. Bye-bye.